Uh, Hello, 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 everybody. Good morning, good morning. While we wait for others to join, let me just go ahead and share the meeting on here. So, everyone, if you could please confirm that you can hear me, please. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Hello, good morning, everybody. I see quite a few familiar faces and somebody who could just not wait to be back despite getting her retreat in Normandy. Greeting Mr. Greg, greeting Mr. Beto, Miss Michelle, welcome back, Mr. B, Miss Lorraine. Who else is in the chat? No internet connection. I meant to ask you, Miss Michelle. I was like, well, your whole plan about sneaking in, well, I didn't know if no Monday you will have really internet access. Oh boy, who else? I mean, we have quite a few participants, but whatever reason, they only show the one who say hello in the chat. Okay, very good, everybody. I am sharing the inside of Power E-Trade. It's currently 5:48 Pacific time in Southern California. It is 8:48 in Toronto. And those catching us across the Atlantic, I think we should be about, let's see, +8 uh, or so, so just shy of 2 p.m. In my beloved city of Douala. Well, folks, we are Friday, believe it or not. She had to lay low. Miss Michelle was on vacation in Normandy, but so she wasn't with us the last few days, and she didn't have internet connection. So that must have been quite a punishment for you. Oh, well, I could use a vacation in Normandy right about now. All right. Well, let's see. What is our for whatever reason this software has really been bugging. So and right now you guys are seeing a circle. Yes, we crashed. I see that the stream is not live anymore. Okay. Oh, Jesus, come on. Ooh, boy, 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 boy. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, you guys can see me. I don't see actually there's a problem on my control set, but wish that I'm the stream that we are viewing over there is not showing a live image of me. It's showing a round circle. uh, it's Friday, all right. It's Friday. Uh, Let's see. My goodness. Now it's fixed. You guys are saying it's fixed, but for me, I don't see it as fixed. Okay. Well, in any case, it's very difficult for me, not knowing the. Oh, okay. I think we are back. Wow, we have 32 playbacks. That's interesting. Is my image moving again? Let me try to do some type of. All right. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's start on here. Let's start by taking a look at SPY because right now SPY has been just creeping up, right? So if you missed out of since Monday, you haven't been around with internet like Miss Michelle. This is what we did on Monday. This is what we did on Tuesday. So put scalping Tuesday worked. Then it tried to test the low of Tuesday, but it didn't, and we actually closed at a high. We post a new time, almost a new all-time high, believe it or not. So if I do this and I look at the Fibonacci retracement, the previous high was 338.34. We hit, yes, was it yesterday or the day before? Yesterday we hit 338.25, and the day before 338.28. Yeah. So what am I taking an interest into it? So you know SPY, I can put SPY inside of the Telex AI. So, and I'm not showing you guys the screen of SPY. So Mr. B got me. Or did they get the time to say that? SPY chart is not showing. Okay, Mr. B, I'm gonna say that it was delayed. It was delayed. So how about now? You should be seeing the SPY chart. Okay, at least it toggled between control sets, so you should be able to see the SPY chart. This thing is delayed, folks, meaning that between the time when I'm looking at something and which that you are seeing, there, I don't know, sometimes 30 seconds or whatever, so I need to be careful. Like that's why usually you see me have pauses. So yes, so we were sharing this screen of SPY, and here this is the daily chart on TradingView. Sorry about the mess, even with our beloved annotations on the price closes below VWAP on 15-minute charts. Expect a retest of VWAP, looking for a rejection of VWAP, posting lower lows. Yeah, so is that what's we're gonna be using today? So I was saying that the previous high here recorded February 19 was at 330, actually 339 or thereabout. I mean, what is few cents between friends, right? So yesterday and the day before yesterday, we reached 338.28, 328.25. So what's next year? What potentially can kind of take place starting today in the upcoming days? I mean, in terms of it being stretched, not that really technically it's that stretch. It's just no room on the upper Bollinger, right? So how long can this ride is? I mean, can we have days with 3 points, 4 points or more? Those type of days, they are more likely to happen on the downside. So for me, based on which that the AI system is telling me, I will be watching SPY to show some type of retest of the EMA, at least the EMA 8, yeah, at some point. They tried on Tuesday. Will that be next Tuesday? I do not know. But in any case, at this rates on here, because August 15, July 15, August 15, the earnings season is really over and dwindling. So in terms of, I don't know, of any catalyst, we don't look into that, but just be mindful into that. And there have been days, right? We have seen this now where we have days where not much is happening. Yesterday was one of them. Thursdays have been like that, except last Thursday, the first Thursday of August, for whatever reason. So we had 2 days of sideways, meaning that if we had positions, especially that's usually lent to over trading, because as traders we can be of the mindset, we need to see something happening. So if it's not happening on stock A, let me take stock B, let me take stock C, and so forth. So if the market is not moving, the market is not moving. We need to accept it and just leave it at that. For us, actually, Mondays and Tuesday, those 2 days, they were rewarding in the sense that they were opportunity to trade and get big trade on four stock in our watch list. All right. So, and yesterday, now I'm going to switch screen maybe just to get some people recap, all caught up on on the weekly on here. So I'm going to switch screen and go to Discord. Yeah. And I will be sharing the screen on here. Here's Discord. I can see it on my end. It's gonna take you guys a couple of seconds or so to get that. You are still seeing you guys are still seeing the broadcast. You see, I've been waiting for like 15 seconds. Then let's see here on the chat. Miss Mr. Betcher's asking he would love to know the upper level for VWAP. The upper level for VWAP. Hey, Mr. Beto, so VWAP, the one that we have on here, I guess I have to switch back. Let me switch back then. Just, let me switch back to the chart. General, yes, this is going to get us to the chart. Let's go back to the chart on here. I'm on the chart. You guys are still on Discord. 1 second, 2 seconds. Yep, I know, guys. That's what I'm saying, Mr. B. It's delayed. Yeah? That's going to be my excuse now. Now he's switching. It's delayed, Mr. B. It's not me. Now you're seeing the chart. Okay, so Mr. Beto, you see VWAP here, right? So when you go to your settings, I don't know if you're using this trading view or not. So in here, if they give you settings inside of your system, this is something that maybe I can answer appropriately at some with your trading a specific trading charting tool, right? So VWAP is going to have a standard deviation, just like which one? The upper Bollingers, right? So when they give you that option of standard deviation, then you will be able to see the upper and lower. So in this case, for us, let's say we are using VWAP on here, using this one. I mean, if you want inside of the session, you can say, okay, you can use the highs in this case to try to get that. For me, it doesn't do anything because of how they have it set up on here. So that's, but I know, was it Spike City? He had, I think maybe it's inside of Think or Swim. So when you go to the input, change your standard deviation to, let's say, 2. These guys here, they don't offer that, because for me, I don't need that. I just need one value. I don't need the upper and the lower VWAP. I already have my Bollinger Band. It's just a preference, right? But they don't offer that on here. But in platform where they open it, they offer it. Go to the setting of VWAP, and you're going to see standard deviation. Put a value of 2. Then it's going to give you one line for the value, and then just like the upper Bollinger, 2 an upper and lower one. I mean, for me, again, guys, I've explained, right? I want to leave things as this is what I'm talking about on here. So for instance, if I decide to put my standard deviation, look what happens. Well, I can only go one here on here, but I've shown you guys, some of you, right? I expand it as I put more and more standard deviation. So you can do that for VWAP. I haven't used that. And I'm okay not having that. Hopefully that answers your question, Mr. Bates. Yeah, but yeah, Mr. Beto, yes, the Bollinger Band and the upper VWAP are frequently different. Absolutely. But again, it's the choice of the trader to decide how many indicators they will like. Personally, I want to keep the number of inputs into my decision making as small as possible for now, for the time being. Yeah, So let's see. So we were sharing the charts on there, and after that, yeah, we wanted to take a look at inside of Discord to see um, where how the week has gone so far. Well, the week has gone so far. The week is almost done. So let's see here if we go inside of Discord, please. I can't see Discord. You guys cannot see Discord yet. I'm going to wait. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi. Okay, so this is not, you see what happened there, folks? It actually went to a different screen and then flipped to the other screen. I cannot move screen that fast. So this is now your inside of the Discord. So inside of the Discord, you see that we had, what's worked this week? What worked this week? So was it inside, where did I capture them? It was on Tuesday. So lately, the trend have been actually that the so-called 10 baggers or big profits come in early, and they are recorded by Tuesday. So this was the 11. So 14 baggers for their alerts. Qualcomm happened to be an unlikely one because it spiked big time in the middle of the day. It was like almost close to 3 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday. I think I've highlighted them. So you can catch them here inside the Telex updates. Yeah. Oh, for those who are not with us, we created a new channel on here where I put daily chart during the live session, right? So that will make sure that people are not lost when they are they are here. So let me reply to this message from a newcomer. Sorry about that. You see, we are replying to message live. Oh, please send me your questions in private chat. Thanks. Okay. So, yeah, we have 14 baggers. So Qualcomm was a cap of a lock to fully gain the full gain, but FedEx was one that, again, you notice the pattern of these type of runners. They usually give profits over 2 days, all right? Meaning the momentum start and then it carry over. FedEx was like that. Caterpillar was like that. And Win was also like that. So that's definitely something. And then was it... it was yesterday. Oh, yeah, I actually meant to say that. So was it yesterday morning we generated... Oh, yeah, we can talk... J&J was okay. It wasn't super powerful. I was expecting more out of it because the print, what's up with that? So I want you guys actually to use this as experience, right? As time passes by, certain scenario or certain stock, the behavior of certain stock, because then they do not all behave the same, folks. So this is something that on J&J we could have been super excited, or even Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo paid well. Wells Fargo paid over... how much? 600% or something? Some people even got a better percentage out of it because people got into 4 cents trade on the like. People known as the goats. That was funny. So yeah, Wells Fargo was another one, but you needed not to sleep on it. So some of us got a second chance on Tuesday. But the percentage gain was not as high as the first day. And then it just withers. But yesterday, this one, I did share in the update channel that when I took half off. This one actually, folks, I used the gangster technique to get a great entry. Then I added more during the live session while the trade starts working. So that's something that I don't think yesterday I said that I used since we were live, and literally this came yesterday. Look at the time, folks. About just at the time when we were starting our live session. So I used the gangster trade on it. We tried a gangster trade again for everybody, for the entire world on Netflix yesterday. I have to say that it did pay if you got 35 cents entry on those, the 500 calls, I believe, right? and they went to 65 or something, 65 cents. And so they gave him 100%. And then the market did whatever that it was doing. So I'm not sure if people took profit on it or anything. It was moving. For me, I didn't catch that because I was setting up. I was expecting a much longer run, but I didn't take that many contracts. You know, it's Netflix. I told you guys with Netflix, I always feel funny about it. So let's see what Netflix does here today. I think as of now, those contracts were worth maybe 25 cents at the close or something like that. So that's what we had. But this workday was a great trade yesterday. Yes, you could which one, the weekly, because yeah, I used the weekly and the one next week. We have seen this pattern here before. So the weekly, I was able to get in with a gangster trade at 20 cents for the 187.5, and they went to. I sold at 105 when I shared that with you guys on the update. I said I sold half of the contract, right? But then after I sold, I think they gained an additional maybe 10 or 20 cents. I think they may have picked at 120. I sold at 105. It was an automated trade because, trust me, with this market, sometimes it's actually better. I've shared that with you guys, right? In one-on-one coaching, you can automate your trade to say, hey, I want to take profit at X% of my buying price. You know your entry price already. So you just set that price, whatever it is, and you can take partial profit accordingly. Excellent. Let's go back on here. What's going on here? Same lines being repeated again and again. It is 6:05. Well, it is 6:07 Pacific time. Welcome, Mr. Sat. Is everybody having the same lines repeated again and again, or is just Mr. Sat? Please, if you want us to take a look at the chart, this is the good time to do that. We see that we have 20 people or so and 50 playback. Oh my goodness, that's that's definitely something. I mean, have we ever had 50 playbacks, or is this just that people are happy and expecting some other free trade today? Everything is working fine. Thank you, Mr. B. So, Mr. Sats, I don't know, sir, what's going on. We had issues earlier, but this thing has been relatively stable over the last 10 minutes or so, as being reported by some other viewers. So let's go ahead and switch screens and take a look at what the pre-market is saying, right? After all, that's what's in here. So you are seeing, you should be seeing Power E-Trade. Nope, you are still seeing Discord because I have my control to my right and to my left, and I have the screen, the inside that you're seeing. So Mr. Tim, hey, Mr. Tim, how are you, sir? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything is fine. I did that, Miss Lorraine. I actually refresh. I've been refreshing a lot, so it's a delay between you, what I'm seeing on the software itself, and what you guys are seeing. Glad to see you back, Mr. Tim. Mr. Tim wants us to take a look at B1. Okay, so let's finish up here with where the equity stand. I mean, on a Friday like this, it's a guessing game what's going to happen, right? SPY is relatively flat, minus 0.13 is nothing. QQQ plus 0.16. Of course, QQQ has to demark itself from the others because it's QQQ. So in terms of the broader watch list of stocks, let's see, what do we have on here? I haven't taken a look. Okay, so Baidu. Remember we were talking about proxy the other day, folks? I forgot to mention one. So Baidu is a proxy. You can use Baidu as a proxy for IQ, right? The IQ is actually partially owned by Baidu, or partially, mostly owned by Baidu. So they've reported bad earnings yesterday or something. So Baidu is taking a hit on here this morning. Along with that, who else? I mean, we don't really see any major one in the red. The banks on here, I can see 1, 2, 3. The banks have been difficult to trade, folks, because in terms of flow algo, those who believe in flow algo, can somebody tell me how many flows, not really flows, or even equity we have seen recently in in the financial. Like, may that be XLF itself, but we haven't seen a consistent trend. That's so when you notice things like that, then my advice is not to be overexcited or exuberant about the so-called print and flow algo, because we don't know what's the origin of those. And then for us making decisions, definitely that's why I always tell people, you are never going to miss on a trade on flow algo, on a big trade, right? Because when that trade starts, you being patient, you will have a high probability of catching a chunk of it. That's really all we can do, right? If a trade is going for a big move, our goal is just we catch a good chunk of it. That's it. We don't have to really nail it from beginning all the way to end. Yeah. So the banks have been very, very erratic to trade. So hence, it's like, wow. So here on the upside, really not that much movement. Obviously, Tesla is only 1,600. Obviously, only, folks. Well, they're going to be doing a 5-to-1 split. So anytime on here, I mean, will that, if retail folks, they are still inclining to this. Imagine when it goes 5-to-1, right? So meaning, I mean, at least those who are trading it they have some good guts to spend that much money on those options, let alone the stock itself. Yeah. So we have some gainers on here this morning, but nothing really is standing out. So with that, let's take a look at. Let me switch screens and go back to our trading view. You are watching a live broadcast of pre-market analysis on August the 14th, 2020 on Successful Trading. I'm your host, and we have about 20 people or so. Thank you, folks. Really, thank you. I mean, hopefully, maybe others will be influenced positively now that we have reached the mythical, I don't know if it's mythical, but the psychological barrier of 500 subscribers. I don't know if it's psychological, so it doesn't mean anything. Let's see here. Why am I struggling this much? Okay, so this is what I wanted, but it was showing me a new tab. Okay. Let me just wait for a moment that you guys can see it, because you guys are still seeing inside of Power E-Trade. All right, glad to have you, sir, Mr. Team on the chat. Just join us back. So yes, we want to take a look at the request of Mr. Team about B1. I mean, B1 has not been a good stock to trade, at least for us, because lately we have really been frustrated with it, and to the point where I think we start overlooking it rightfully also. So what are we looking at? This is the daily chart. So on the daily chart, I mean, this thing is 124 the bottom. If 124 is not the bottom, it has tried to bounce from there before, right? But so one attempt, two attempts, all of these folks over the last month or so. So 120 as a round number, just for good measure, okay? So maybe wait for it to hit 120 today to do something. Trust me, if you're trying to trade this for 6 months, that's certain stock like that, right? You need to really, that's where chart analysis will help you, right? So for me, this thing is looking for a bottom. Prior bottom has been around this level, 125 or so. So let's see. But I mean, stock has not been that nice to trade. The trend, anytime, we have said this many times, right? Anytime that a stock is trading below moving averages, you consider yourself bearish. And then this type of sideways action doesn't make it. I mean, this run here, yeah, it was just a week of earnings, running the run up to earnings, right? And what happened? I think they brought it right back where it was before. This is the type of phenomenon that we have seen recently. So on here, my friend, I will not touch this with, even for trading. Yeah, I mean, you can't say no, because look at this, mostly sideways. I will not touch it with a 10-foot pole as of now. It will need to recapture 130 at least. But even then, this stock has been very disappointing. We have had this stock in our alert system and having it number 1, number 2, and of the like. I think even last time that it went, we put it last. We put it last on the list. So, my friend, not my cup of tea at this time. I want it to pop. I want, especially, hey, let it pop on Friday like today. But a pop is 15, 20 points at least. No nonsense of these 5 points or whatever. That I just call those a waste of time. All right. Any other stock on here? It's currently 6:15, 9:15 Eastern, and 9:15 in the city of Singapore. If you are watching us, thank you for joining us. Please do subscribe. We try our best every morning to bring you any type of values on here. So what are we looking at this morning? Well, we are really looking just to finish the week with maybe some day trade. If SPY is moving, because yesterday didn't move, they did a lot of head fake. If SPY is moving, great. If Netflix is moving, great, we can complete that trade. I'm not sure where Workday is or anything. BA, wow. All stocks starting with B as do not seem to be my friend. Or no, actually this week, I did make money on BA. I have to say that. I shared that right on the update. I made money on the, was it, yesterday was the 12th. No, yesterday was this day. So it was this day on the 12th. Yeah. It was, if we look to go to the 15 minutes. So BA, they trade, folks. But please just be sure of your entries, right? So those stocks, that's just certain stock. Look, this is a downtrend, yeah? On this 15-minute chart, this was it on the 12th. So we traded this. Yep. This was nice. Not sure exactly what was my entry, but I remember trading this all the way, literally, I think, to this candle below one. So that was decent on there. And yesterday, as usual. So the pattern has been, if it pops, then you just be patient and you fade it. That's what the pattern has been. But this is, in terms of any type of long-term thing on here, I don't see. Well, it's at support on the daily, right? It's at support at the EMA 8. So, and the range has been, the Bollinger Band have been tighter and tighter recently. So, it's anybody guess. I will day trade it if the setup is right. If there's nothing else, but it wouldn't be my first choice either. These stocks have just been erratic trading lately because they haven't been any type of sustainable direction that you can hang your head to. And the whole market for that matters. I mean, that's really what we have been seeing lately. Hence, for me, I'm very careful. It's, hey, I see it, I trade it. I don't see it. Yeah. And if I see it, that's mean it has to be there long enough to take a trade, right? Just like on Tuesday, how many points did they give on Tuesday? They were not that much. I mean, the trade was maybe 100 and something %. It wasn't like a big trade, no. This move here depend. I mean, I wouldn't have taken it here. So the condition would be VWAP, a retest of VWAP, fail retest of VWAP here and here, and then start posting lower lows somewhere here. So it wasn't much. It was really turned into 100 and something %. And I took my gain fast. Okay, folks. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you. We are increasing our number of subscribers to YouTube. I appreciate that. We're above 500. We see more and more people able to join the pre-market. I'm hoping that there is value onto it. For those who are not with us, we are trying to put together a boot camp to take place first week of the Labor Day weekend in the US. So I still need to make sure that the schedule work with people on all parts of the world and decide on the length of it. In terms of content, no worries about it. There are going to be tons of content. So I will want to make sure that actually you guys can digest it. Thank you. Have a safe trading Friday. I mean, if the risk, if let's say the setup is not there, it's okay. There's always next week. We have a brand new watch list that was unveiled yesterday. Yeah, and if anybody is short of trade, trust me, you don't want to say that you are short of trade. If anything, trying to minimize your number of trade and by focusing only on that really bringing you a good ROI. Thank you, everybody. We will catch you inside of the Discord. Bye-bye.